Hi everyone, welcome to the regular class. I've got Shakura and Dinah with me. Do you want to just say hi? Do
Hello. Hi, everybody. Good
Hiya.
morning.
you want to just say hi in the chat? Tell us where you
Hi.
are. Just say hi in the chat and just there we are. Okay, so we've got these are proving to be very popular. So we've got another hour's class for you. We're going to do a little bit of a variation on it, but I think, don't Shakura, you just wanted to encourage people to book with you, don't you? Because we're actually over the crisis period now. We've actually got room for more treatments, haven't we?
Yeah, and it's been really great doing these distant treatments. I think it sounds a bit strange to begin with, but pretty much like every single person has said that's made a huge difference. Like people not being able to sleep and now they can sleep again, and just
Yeah.
aches and pains. Actually, it's really, really powerful and works really well. They do good
And
again.
Shakura has done 2 years of training with a Chinese master. She's been all over the world, Hawaii and China and everywhere. So she's probably the best qualified of all of us to do that.
Yeah,
And what about you, Dinah? Have you got any space for some clients?
Yes, I've opened up just a few slots because I've got so many other things to do at the moment. But
Yeah.
they're available. Just book yourself in through
They're available online, are they?
yeah, so you go
Yeah,
to shiatsucentre.co.uk.
Okay, and just book online just like you normally do
Yeah,
with
with
the
on
online.
the practitioners
Just
page.
go
Yeah.
to our practitioners, scroll down, and you can see availability. Just click on the book online here.
Fantastic. Yeah. So if you do want a session, it's donations only. So don't worry if you feel you can't afford it, because at the moment we're working purely for donations. We've been getting some massively generous donations from those clients of ours who aren't in financial difficulties, and that's really allowed us to support people who have got difficulties. Maybe they've got mental health issues, they've got physical problems that they need treating, and maybe they've got problems with money. So it's working really well as a community thing. We're really being able to support everyone. So please book in with some sessions. Personally, I love doing the sessions. I love both doing the self shiatsu supervision and the distance shiatsu healing. I really like it. It's really good for us as practitioners to be in that therapeutic space and be using our skills in that way. So yes, book in if you'd like a session. Okay, so let's get on with the exercises. I'm going to do a little bit of a slight different variation on it, but we're going to start off again with the 3 heaters. But let's find out. We're going to find out how you're doing. We're going to be balancing the burners. We're going to be moving on from the emotions this time, and we're going to be doing a bit of work on connecting yin and yang with the burners. So I'm a little bit excited about that. So I'll show you that later. So let's find out how you're coping. This is a very important part of our weekly meetings. We want to just see how you as our client community are doing. We've seen a steady decrease in those of you who are stressed and very stressed over the last few weeks that we've been doing this. And we've been getting more and more proportion of you who are feeling okay or you're coping well. So that's really encouraging. Just want to emphasize that if you are feeling stressed, and even if you're not feeling stressed, you just want some support, please book in with one of us and have a session for donations only. That would be great. Okay, so what have we got? We've got well over 80%. We've got 90% of you neutral or okay or coping well. So that's really good. We've got less than 10% feeling stressed. So that's really very encouraging. Great. Okay. So remember this, okay? The 3 zones of the nervous system. So we've got the green zone, which is the social engagement. That's when the vagal system's working correctly. You feel kind of relaxed in the present and compassionate, and you can communicate with people okay. Now, what happens when we're in stress? We know going to the sympathetic nervous system. That's when the adrenal system gets active. That's when we do the panic shopping, all that kind of panic buying. It goes quite a natural thing for the nervous system to do. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just a natural thing that we do, and it's for our survival. But that's when you get into the red zone, where you might get frustrated, irritated, maybe with people around you, or you might get very anxious, worrying about the state of the world and what's going to happen in the future. If you go past that red zone and you get more stressed, you want to really be careful of this, because what can happen then, you get overwhelmed, you go into the freeze response. Again, this is a completely natural thing the nervous system does. There's no shame involved. What it does is it's naturally designed to shut us down and bring all the body functions down for survival. But what can happen with that is we can get dissociation, we can feel separated from those around us, and that can bring in a feeling of helplessness and depression and shutdown. Okay, so obviously what we're trying to do in these sessions is we're trying to deactivate you away from that blue zone and that red zone and get you more into the green zone. So what we'd like to do is just check in with you and just find out what zone you think you're in on this poll. Okay, if it's a mixture and you're moving smoothly between all of them, you're going up maybe into the red zone, back down to the green zone, that's perfectly natural, that's quite normal. It's only if you get stuck in the red zone or the blue zone that you really want to do something about it. Okay, so there we go. Look, we've got 15% of you who are either in the red or the blue zone, and only 4% are in the blue zone. So I would encourage you definitely to be one of those people that call us up or go online, call up Shakura and get a session, and we'll make sure we can look after you in the next week. Okay, if you've got any pain or anything like that, please make sure you book in with a session as soon as possible, and we'll try and get you regular sessions as well if you're dealing with any pain. Okay, so cool. Right, we found out which zone you're in. We've done this whole thing about the immune system, and just to review, it's not all about the lungs. And we were looking at how the burners, the 3 burning spaces, link with the immune system. So we're going to do our weekly check-in. So I hope you've got your paper and pencil ready. And we're going to check in with our 3 burners. And then today we're going to link the 3 burners with something different. We're going to link it with connecting the grounding and the connecting with heaven and earth. I'll show you a bit later. Okay, so let's tune in first. So get your piece of paper ready, 3 zones, and we're just going to close our eyes. Okay, I'm going to go internally. So we're going to tune into the lower burner. That's, if you haven't done this before, it's the area below the navel. I'll just give you an idea. It's below the navel, down into the, right down into the lower part of the abdomen. It's this area here. It goes through into the back. So we can place our hands over that area. Just relax and tune in to that whole lower area below the navel. Okay, so now we ask ourselves the question, okay, what is that like? What is it like? I can hear some bird song, can't you? I think that's either Dinah or Shakura's house. It's not here. I've got double glazing here, but
I'll mute my mic.
Oh, is it? Could you just mute your mic? It's a lovely sound, Dinah. Okay, so just if you can imagine drawing or tuning in, drawing or writing in some words about your lower burner, what does it feel like? Does it feel strong, stable, wobbly, empty? Okay, I'm just going to draw a little picture. And you might, those of you who have come regularly to this class, you might want to just think back over the last few weeks how that's changed since we've been doing these exercises. Okay, very good. So now it's going up to the middle burner. That's between the diaphragm and the navel. So it's this area here which contains the liver and the stomach, and right around into the lower thoracic. Okay, and we're going to tune into that. So again, placing my hands over the middle burner. I remember a few weeks ago, this was really quite tight. And I just want you to just remember what your middle burner felt like over the last few weeks. And we're going to tune in now. What does that feel like? What is it like? We're feeling all the way back through into the spine. Okay, so now we're going to turn that into a picture, and we're going to draw it on the middle burner section to see what that feels like, and write some words. Does it feel blocked, smooth, moving, hot, cold, tight, whatever? Okay, very good. Now we're going to the upper burner. So again, we're going to sit or stand, tuning into the whole chest area and the heart area. Close our eyes. So you can probably feel the lungs, feel the rib cage, all the way through into your spine at the back. And then you can probably feel your heart, can't you, beating. So what's that upper burner like? And turn that into an image. And we're going to draw it in the upper burner place there. Okay, what does that feel like? Does it feel hot, cold, jittery, calm? Okay, good. So thinking about all those three burners, which one do you think you need the most work on today? I'm going to just open a poll for that so we can get an idea of which burner you want to work on, whether it's nice and even all the way through, or as a group, whether we are more lower, middle, or upper. So what have we got? We've got quite a... Okay, this is very interesting now. We've got more upper and middle, and the lower burner's pretty good. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to do some exercises. I'm going to show you another thing that we can do internally to help our energy and keep ourselves calm. Okay, we're going to do one more assessment, and I'm going to ask you another. I'm going to ask you another question in a minute, which is your energy okay, I'm going to do a testing for you, and what we're going to do is we're going to stand up. Okay, I'm going to talk you through this. This is based on I'm going to just take let me just take the video off, so put the video on full screen. That's it, yeah. Okay, so this exercise, this assessment is based on a kind of Taoist idea of what it's like to be a human being. Okay, the idea is that humans are midway between heaven and earth, or in the Taoist conception, between heavens, which is the yang, and the earth, which represents the yin. So the whole idea of Taoism is to be aware of the changing from yin to yang, and to try and find a balance between the two. And there's a very simple exercise that we can do, tuning in exercise, to see whether we're more connected to the yin or more connected to the yang. Okay, and I'll just show you how you do this. You need to close your eyes, tune into your whole body, and now what I want you to do is see if you can sense a feeling of movement up or a movement down in your body before we do anything else. If you feel your body, do you feel like you're floating up, or do you feel very heavy, like you're sinking down? Or do you feel pretty much in the middle? Okay, let's just take that a little bit further. So if we relax the soles of the feet, okay, tune into the feet, and then imagine our weight going down through our feet into the earth. We can feel a sense of connection with the earth. Okay, and if we just hold that, we go into the upper part of our body. Relax the base of the cranium, allow the head to float up. You imagine a golden thread from the top of your head going up towards the heavens. And just become aware of the connection with the breath, the connection with the sky above you. Okay? And then become aware of your feet again. and try and just get that balance between floating up and sinking down into the earth. Just spend a moment doing that. Okay, so now I'm going to take you into another exercise just to show you what it feels like if we lose our grounding or we lose our connection with the heavens. Okay, so just try this, right? We're standing again. What I want you to do is imagine there's like a steel plate that goes underneath your feet that cuts you off from the earth. So now we haven't got any connection with the earth. We've only got a connection with the heavens. So we start to feel very light, maybe a bit giddy, and we start moving our energy up towards the sky. Okay, just get into that sensation of being cut off from the earth. It's not a very nice feeling, is it? So let's take that steel plate away, open up our soles of our feet, jump up and down maybe, and get back our connection with the earth. Okay? Now we can do a similar test or experience if we imagine a steel plate that goes across here that stops us connecting with the heavens. So all we've got now is the earth. We've got no connection with the heavens. So if you close your eyes, you'll feel very heavy now. Notice how heavy your legs feel. You might even feel a pressure down from the top of your head. Your spine feels like it's being compressed. Okay? Again, not a very nice feeling. So let's just stick with it for a minute. Okay, let's take that plate away. Okay, and get back to that feeling of floating up. Okay, so that gives you an experience of what it's like to be too grounded or not grounded enough. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is think back to the initial assessment, and did you tend to float up or did you tend to sink down? I want to find out what your general tendency is. And I'm going to put a new poll in here. I'm just doing it live right now. Without doing the exercises, is your energy tending to be going up or down, okay, or in the middle? So let's find out. Up, down, in the middle. Because then once I find out that, then I can tailor the exercises. Okay, so yeah, does your energy, when we did the initial assessment, did you tend to be one of these people who floats up, or did you one of these people who tend to get heavy into the? Okay, so let's find out. Does it tend to go up or tend to go down, or are you nicely balanced in the middle? You never know. After all these exercises we've been doing with our 3 burners, we might find that a lot of you are nicely in the middle. Okay, interesting. Look at this. This is so interesting. We've got quite a lot of you. The majority of you tend to lose your connection with the heavens. Okay, and that can give you a feeling of heaviness, kind of depression and sluggishness. And that could easily be connected to the situation that we're all in at the moment. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll make sure by the end of the session, we've got like a nice 30-minute session now to do some exercises. And what we're going to do is make sure that all of you are pretty much in the middle, and you can you'll be able to adjust that yourself. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to use the familiar techniques that we've done in the last few weeks with the burners. But what we're going to do is we're going to link the burners, because the upper burner, as you might imagine, is connected to the heavens through the breath, and the middle burner is connected to the earth. It's represented by the stomach meridian. It's to do with the earth and to do with food coming in and stuff like that. So we're going to use the middle and the upper burners mainly this week to get our energy balanced between yin and yang. Okay, so first of all, let's just get a nice healthy connection with the earth through the middle burner, so it's not too heavy. And then in the next second half of the exercises, we'll work on the alignment and we'll get that nice feeling of connection with the heavens. All right, so we want a nice healthy connection with the earth. So let's first of all activate the middle burner. We're going to do that by placing our hands right in the middle of the abdomen, right over the navel. Okay, relaxing the shoulders, and we're going to just start doing these circles here. Okay, it's interesting also to correlate this up and down issue with the burners, the first poll we did, which said that most of you wanted to work on the middle burner. So we need to regulate that so that we don't get too heavy, too connected. Okay, so let's energize that. So let's just energize the middle burner. We're relaxing the arms, turning like this. Now we're increasing this round a bit bigger, activating the digestive system. There we go. Okay, very good. Closing our eyes, tuning into this middle burner. Probably feels just a little bit warmer. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to lighten up that, lighten and open up the channels, stomach and spleen channels, because they're the ones that tend to get a bit heavy and a bit kind of claggy. We don't want that. So let's start off. We're going to start off actually working on the abdomen, just tapping lightly along the abdomen. This is the stomach channel here, okay, either side of the navel. Just activating the middle burner, connecting it with the channel. And we're going to go down. We're going to tap here. Okay. Nice and gentle, but just relax wrist, really relax wrist. Just get that stomach channel nice and released. Not too heavy. We want to kind of lighten it up. Just lighten it up. Okay, and we're going to go up the spleen channel here, up the inside front of the legs. Okay. Good. And down again. Just we're going to lighten it up. Lighten this up. Come on, let's get it moving. Let's get it moving. Okay, very good. Here we go. Brushing down. Okay, so now we're going to do some work on the feet, and then we're going to check to see how we feel in terms of connecting down into the earth. Okay, because obviously the feet are where we mainly connect with the earth. So let's see if I can get this into focus. That's it. Here we go. Okay, so just putting your feet in a comfortable position. We're going to work around the feet. This time, though, we're going to work more the top of the foot. This is where the stomach channel runs along the top of the foot. So I'm kind of working along here towards the big toe. This is the big toe here. And then kidney 1 again. Remember this point in the middle of the foot? That's the earthing point. That's the earthing point. Very important for connecting down into the earth. Relaxing the ankles. Rotating. Very good. Again, the other foot. I'll come round so you can see what I'm doing on my foot here. So I'm working along the front of the foot. Can you see that? This is the liver channel, by the way, if you're interested, and this is the stomach channel. It goes down to the second toe here. So just doing some self shiatsu, and then I'm stretching, working the sole of the foot like we did last week. That's it, kidney 1, which is this one, a third of the distance, remember? Bubbling spring point, the one you probably, if you've done any Qigong or Tai Chi, you'll know that point really well. Just really get those feet moving. Very good. Okay, very good. So we've done some self shiatsu on the feet. Now let's do some work like this. This is a really good thing to do. Just roll the feet out onto the outside of the foot. Roll it into the inside like this. So you're massaging your foot by the weight going on into the floor. This is a lovely stretch for the stomach. You want to try doing this? Place your toes on the floor and bend them backwards, and I'm putting a little bit of weight, if I show you from the side, I'm putting a little bit of weight forwards, just a little bit of gentle weight there, stretching the toes. Carola taught me this. Carola Beresford Cook, famous shiatsu teacher. Very good for stretching open the stomach, really, in the foot. See? Rolling your feet around. Should keep the legs out. Okay, so now I reckon we're going to have a situation where the stomach channel is probably nice and open, and we've got a nice comfortable connection with the earth, not too heavy, but let's figure it out, let's find out. So close our eyes, tune into that middle burner, and then tune in down the inside, down your legs, particularly the front of your legs, and into your feet. Okay, it doesn't feel too heavy, does it? It feels nice and open, but you've got a nice connection with the earth, but not too heavy. And that's what we're looking for. Okay, we want that yin energy, but we don't want it to be too heavy. Okay, so let's work on the upper burner, get the connection with the heavens, which is what most of you need to lift your spirits a bit, because most of you are feeling this oppression, which is making you feel a bit too heavy. So we've activated this. So now it's a case of really establishing this heaven connection, give you a feeling of lightness, hope, happiness. Okay, so let's start off with the lung channel again. And we're going to, first of all, do this stretch. This is a great stretch to connect with the yang of the heavens. So we're going to breathe in. And stretch the fingertips up towards the sky. Open up the thumbs. Breathing out and making a sound. Ah. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, imagine that breath coming in from the heavens. Imagine it coming in, filling your lungs, and breathing out. Okay, now in Chinese medicine, the lungs descend the qi. They descend the lung qi, which comes from the air. And that's a very important connection with the heavens. So let's try that again. Okay, what we're doing is we're breathing in. We're bringing in that lung qi. You can imagine it coming from as far above you as you can, coming into your lungs. As you breathe out, you spread that lung qi or that air down through your body. Okay, I mean, that's what we would call oxygenation of blood in Western terms. Okay, but it's a bit more picturesque in the Taoist version. Bring in the air. Okay, bring in the qi from the lungs. Bring it in. Stretch out. Spread it downwards. Okay, breathing in. Bring it in, spread it downwards. Okay, so internally you feel this movement here, okay? The actual movement is this. Okay, as your arms go down, tune in internally. I'll do it in slow motion, internally. Feel the breath sinking down towards your feet, okay? Let's try it again. Breathing in. Breathing out. Got that? You should feel the breath going right down to your feet. Nice and slowly, nice and easy. Okay, very good. Okay, now check in again. We're going to close our eyes. Check into the upper part of your body. Probably feel it slightly lighter, a little bit more activated, and that's the lung chi coming in, stimulating the upper burner. Okay, so now what we want to do is regulate the heart like we've done before, because that's important. We want to get the upper burner nice and kind of regulated, and then we can start connecting upwards to the heavens. Okay, so let's try these stretches, and we'll do a little bit of doing in a minute. Yeah, okay, we've got plenty of time here. Okay, so we're going to breathe in, breathe out, stretching the middle finger. Okay, this is the pericardium channel. It's extremely good for regulating the heartbeat. If you've got any palpitations, maybe insomnia, stress, pains or anything here, okay, we're going to breathe in, breathe out, slowly exhale, tune into your chest, feel the connection down the inside of your arm to the middle finger, okay. Long exhalation stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system. That will send a message directly to your heart to regulate your heart. Okay, really worth doing. Here we go, breathing in. Okay, you should be able to feel that line of tension all the way through the middle finger down into the chest. And that's the pericardium channel. That's the facial planes you can feel all the way into the pericardium. Okay, breathing in. Calming exhalation. So a few more, breathing in. Okay, how about we do one more? Breathing in, very slowly this time, breathing out. Okay, very good. Checking in time, close our eyes. Now feel this, you should feel kind of calmness. We've got the lungs activated, so you've got a bit of activity there. But that calm feeling you can feel now across this part here, that's the pericardium being regulated by the channel stretch. And not only that, but the exhalation, that long exhalation's feeding your vagus nerve, telling your heart that you're safe, everything is fine. And that's going to make the whole upper heater just kind of calm and regulated. So let's go a little bit deeper now. I'm going to do a little bit more, another stretch. We've done this before. This is a heart stretch, this variation. We've done this one, remember, where we go behind our back and stretch it. So try this one. This is another effective stretch for the heart. You bring your arms out, okay. You just bring your little finger like this, uppermost, like that, and you twist your arm round like that, okay. So that's what you do. Just bring your little finger up. That little finger is connected to the heart channel. This is a bit deeper than the pericardium, so you need to be a bit more gentle with this. Let's just do it 3 times. Breathing in, breathing into the upper heater, slowly breathing out, and I'm turning my arms this way, backwards, so my little finger is going backwards like this. I'm twisting it this way, okay? And what that does is it opens up the heart channel in the arm. You'll feel it going right into the armpit and then deep into the chest. I'm going to hold that. Shake out. It's a very deep stretch, this one, so I want to take it nice and easy. Arms out. Little finger pointing upwards. Breathing into the upper heater. Breathing out. Twisting this way, feeling the stretch underneath your arms. Holding, calming, and releasing. Shaking out. Okay, cool. One more. Up we go. Little finger, uppermost. Feel your armpit. Breathing in. Slow exhalation, twisting. Holding and calming. Okay, checking in, close our eyes. Upper heater, very nice. Feel that glowing feeling from your little finger going into your armpit and then deep into your chest. That glowing feeling is your heart organ being stimulated by the channel, by that channel stretch. Facial planes, embryologically connected, right from when you formed in the womb, those facial planes connect with your heart and you can access them really simply with this stretch. If you ever need calming down, or you've got insomnia, any like anxiety like that, you feel palpitations, pericardium first, okay, and then the heart stretch. 5 minutes, 10 minutes of that with very slow breathing, and you'll regulate it right out. You know, you'll be fine. Okay, so now we're going to do some work on the head and neck, because we've relaxed the middle burner, we've connected it to the earth through the stomach channel, we've opened up our feet, so we're nicely connected, but not too heavy. Okay. We've regulated the yin channels, which is the lung, the pericardium, and the heart. We've regulated those with the stretches. Those 3 stretches. So now, very important is the yang channels of the head. The yang channels run down the side and the back of the head. And what can happen is if we get stressed, and we have shock, emotional stress, stuff like that, fatigue, anything like that, what happens is those channels tend to get obstructed and they cause pain in the shoulder and the neck. Okay, it could be accidents, things like that. So once we've tonified this up and we've got all this kind of calm, okay, we've got to work on the yang channels. So what we're going to do in a slightly different way we've done it from previous classes is we're going to work down the yang channels away from the head and neck, and we're going to work this way through the head. Okay, so still do it in a standing position. What I'll do is I'll come a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to do a face routine, and then we're going to work on our neck. Okay, so you can still be standing up to do this. I'm just going to come nearer to the camera. Okay, so we've got the yang channels that all end and begin on the face. So this is a really good place to start working, and then we're going to work and release the neck, and then we'll be all set for connecting with the heavens. Okay, so first point you should know about here is bladder 1. This is a really useful point. It's really good for headaches, eye strain, stuff like that. You can either pinch it like that, or you can pinch it like this, pressing in. So we're just going to press it gently with self-acupressure. Okay, got that point there? It's a point you naturally go, oh my God, my eyes are tired. That's bladder 1. And then we're just going to tap gently around the forehead and then tap over the top of the head down towards the back of the neck. Okay, that's the bladder channel. Okay, we want to release that because that runs along the spine. It's very important to release that. So let's work that on the back of our neck. I'm going to use this technique. Remember this one? With the hands linking together, and the heels of the hand pressing in. And where we're pressing is right along this ridge of muscle here, the top of the trapezius muscle. That's the bladder channel. It goes right the way down the back, but we're just going to work on this part of it. So we're going to squeeze down. Okay, and then we can massage around here. This is a very important area as well. Okay, and then to finish off, we want to just make sure we go down the back and back to the legs, because we want to get that energy down. So tapping here, tapping into the back, into the sacrum, down the back to the legs. Okay. So what we're doing is we're taking the energy from here, we're bringing it right down the spine, and we're going right down towards the legs here. Very important for the spine as a whole. I've done this before, we're doing it in a slightly different order this week. Down the backs of the legs. Okay, all the way down, right down to the little toe, brushing off. Okay, checking in. Close your eyes. Tune into your bladder channel. So from the face all the way down your back, down into your feet. Okay, very nice. Okay, we've just got two more, couple more channels to do in the neck, going down into the arms, and we're going to do the triple heater. Remember that from the other week, triple heater. And we're going to do the small intestine channel. So they both run the back of the neck. So we're going to squeeze the back of the neck again. We've got the triple heater around here, just to the outside of the bladder. So you've got bladder here. Triple heater here, so just a bit further out around the neck, squeezing that. And then if you bring your heel of your hand a bit further round, so that you're just at the back of this SCM muscle here, you're going to catch the small intestine channel. So we're going to really relax that. Okay. Great, nearly there. So now what we've done is we released this, we can release around the jaw as well. Pressing in all around here, around the jaw. So we've released the face, we've gone down the back of the neck, we've gone all the way down the bladder channel. So now all we need to do now is just make sure we clear any energy that's blocked in the shoulders down the arms, okay? So let's try that. Let's try working the shoulders. You can either support your elbow here, which is quite good, because then you can relax this arm, loose fists, okay? And we're going to give it a nice pummeling here, right into this area here, as high up as you can, right into the neck. We're going to try and release all this. Okay, other side. Okay. Gripping and massaging the shoulders like this. Okay, and then we're going to go down the channels in the arm, the yang channels in the arm. They're the ones on the outside of the arm, okay? So we've got small intestine, which is this one around the back of the arm, going down to the little finger. Aiming for the little finger, so twisting your arm around like this. Okay, notice we're working away from the neck. That's because we're getting the energy away from the neck and the shoulders. We're going to lighten this area up so we can get in touch with the connection with the yang, with the heavens, okay? Triple heater, that runs along the outside of the arm down to this finger here. So again, we're tapping down here, down the outside of the arm. Okay, brushing off. And then we've finally got the large intestine meridian that runs from here down the face, and it's good for clearing the head again. So go down here and we're going towards the first finger. So you aim towards your first finger. So we're on the outside of the, kind of the front outside of the arm, aren't we? We're going down here. Down to the large intestine point. You may know about this point here, large intestine 4. This is one of the most famous points in the whole body. It's called the Great Eliminator, and it's used for headaches. So we'll give that a bit of a squeeze. Okay, it's right. Squeeze your hand together like this. You see there's a bit of a bulge there. Okay, or the other way to find it is it's halfway down this bone here. Basically, it's in this groove right here. So we can just press that and then work down. Press down like that. That's it. And then work down towards the end of the finger there. Cool. Okay. Great. Let's do the other arm. Okay. So here we go. Small intestine, remember? Down to the little finger, twisting the arm like this. Get in behind that shoulder, all the way down. Go down 3 times. We're moving away from the head and the neck all the time. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay, triple heater. That's this one here. It runs like this all the way to the ring finger. So it's along the flat of the outside of the arm. Always working away from the head. Okay. Okay, one more to go. Okay, so we've done the small intestine, we've done the triple heater, now we're going to do the large intestine. This is the one that goes from the nose down, the arm goes down here towards this finger. Remember the famous point, large intestine 4, the great eliminator. So let's make sure we clear that one out. Go down we go, slapping or tapping. We get this whole neck and head area totally lightened up, and we get that connection with the heavens. That's what we're aiming for. We're doing great so far. It's looking really good. Okay, go down, large intestine. Whoa, okay. Large intestine 4, give it a good press, and then squeeze it down to the nail, and then. Okay, how about some serious shaking out now? This is really important because we've done quite a lot of moving of energy around the head, the neck. We've worked really well on all these different channels. We've done quite a bit of pummeling on the shoulders, and we've worked every single classical yang channel on the arm. That's pretty awesome stuff, okay? So let's make sure we give it a good shake out. You want any little bits that you've loosened up to really be released out through the hands. Okay, and we do this by bending forwards like this. Okay, let your arms hang, lift them up, and then just let them drop as you exhale. Relax your jaw, relax your neck, relax your shoulders. Nice and loose, not too forceful. Open your hands like this at the end, like that. Okay, very good. Right, checking in time. Okay, let's check in. Close our eyes again. Let's just go back to that middle heater. Still feels quite nice, doesn't it? Nice feeling down the stomach channel. Nice connected to the earth, not too heavy though. Feels kind of like a nice open connection with the earth. Okay, but now let's go into the upper heater. Wow, there's a lot going on there, look. Can you feel that? The arms very, very tingly. Jaw tingly. Neck feels like something's definitely happened to it, okay? All that is really good because what we've done is we've cleared out those yang channels, okay? And then if you tune deeper into the chest, nice feeling, right? Nice and calm, nice and tonified. Okay, and that combination of unblocking these yang channels, getting the neck freed up, supporting this upper burner is going to give us a really good chance of getting that connection up, right up there with the heavens. Okay, so that's what we're going to do now. Okay, we're going to do a very, very simple exercise. We're going to start feet shoulder width apart. Most of it's internal. So what we're going to do is, first of all, just stand, close our eyes. Okay, now remember at the beginning, the majority of you felt too heavy. You felt too much like you were kind of like stuck down to the earth, maybe a bit depressed, a bit low, okay? But now look at the difference. You check in the legs and check into the upper body. You notice that the upper body is now much more activated. Okay, it's not all floaty, it's nice and solid, but it's activated and it has an expansive feeling up towards the heavens. Let's just take a deep breath in. See how easy that is? And then breathe out. See how naturally the breath sinks down. Look, breathing in. Okay, and that's because your lung chi is working really well. Okay, breathing in. Breathe out and relax. You get that nice feeling of the lung chi settling down. Okay. Right, so now the next stage is this. This is the exciting bit. Okay. Look what happens now. If you concentrate, close your eyes, tune into the whole cranium, your whole cranium, and experience how it's sitting on your neck, how it's attached to your neck. Tune into the base of your cranium, okay? And then just tune in down from that, from around the base of your cranium, tune in down your neck, through the shoulders and down the arms. And you notice how activated and open that feels because of all the doing we did, all the tapping, right? And what that will allow you to do is this, okay? This is the final stage, just feel this. If you now just keep your feet on the ground so you don't totally lose the grounding, let's open up kidney 1. Okay. Send your energy down into the earth to anchor you. Right? Now try this, look. We're going to imagine that the head is literally floating on the spine. So we're going to release the base of the cranium. I want you to just imagine that it's floating there. Your spine is hanging down like a thread of pearls, nice and relaxed, all the way down to your sacrum. You can relax your hips. Okay, so you've got this lovely feeling of your head literally floating up, your neck's feet nice and released. Okay, now try this. We're going to connect down again into the earth through kidney 1, through the sole of your foot. Anchor ourselves down into the earth. Imagine your energy or your mind going down into the center of the earth. Okay, you got that? And now that anchoring, that yin of the earth, will allow us to float up. So we're going to keep that head floating. And now concentrate your awareness on the top of your head, right on the top, where that golden thread is connected. And now just imagine that golden thread going up into the heavens and connecting you with the light, with the warmth, with the beautiful blue sky, completely pollution free. Just let that heaven's breath connect with you. Very, very good. Isn't that a beautiful feeling? Okay, so let's just stay with that. And now I'm going to allow you some time, just a few minutes, to completely regulate where you are, okay? So if you feel you're floating up too much still, I just want you to open up the sole of your foot, soles of your feet, and connect down with the earth again, to the center of the earth. It's from that connection with the earth that allows you to release that base of the cranium and connect with that golden thread going up towards the heavens. Okay, so just regulate it. If you feel you're sinking down too much, then you just bring your attention to the base of the cranium and just lift yourself with that golden thread. Okay, and I'm just going to do a poll in a minute. I'm just going to, if you just stay there with that, stay that with your eyes closed, I'm going to just write a poll and just find out whether you managed to get a balance between yin and yang. Okay. Okay, and so if you'd like to come out of that feeling now, just bring your attention out into the room, shake out a bit, bring yourself back into your body again. Okay, and just to finish off this session, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you whether you managed to achieve, even if it was just for a moment, whether you managed to get a balance between heaven and earth, yin and yang, and we'll see. Okay, so the three options are yes, even if you got it fleetingly for a moment, it's one of those fleeting things, that would be great. Okay, so did you manage to get in that standing? Did you manage to regulate it, even just for a moment? Okay, yes, no, or not sure. Okay, look at that, 94% of you got a balance between yin and yang. So that's something you can take away with you. If you start getting a bit too, most of you felt a little bit too sucked down into the earth, a bit depressed, a bit heavy, you can do that exercise and get yourself balanced, get connected with that beautiful blue sky and that beautiful yang energy. Okay, so we've done all this burner things. We did this last week, all this emotional stuff. So this week we did yin and yang. I'm just going to skip through this. We've done this before. And we've balanced our burners and we've connected with the upper and lower burner. Just a reminder that we are now all of us have availability for self-shiatsu supervision, which is where we guide you through doing self-shiatsu. Very, very effective. We do that one-to-one. It's a bit like this class, but tailored to your own individual needs. That we've got over the crisis period now. We're looking after all our critical clients. So if you've got any pain or if you just need a bit of support, please book in with us. It's all donations only, and we'd be really like to see you. And if you prefer to have a distance healing, as I say, Shakura's done 2 years training with the Chinese master. She's absolutely awesome at this, and I've been doing it for like 20 years. I just haven't told anyone about it, but yeah, we all, I think everyone's offering distance healing as well, and we're all working for donations. We're working cooperatively. We've made a kind of co-op state, a kind of like a communist state where everyone everyone's putting all their money into a pot, and at the end of the month we divide it up based on the hours we've done. So if you can donate, even if you can donate just £1 for this class, that would be great. Just please go to shiatsucentre.co.uk, hit the donate button, and yeah, please book in with us. And we love doing sessions. We've got availability, so yeah, book in and we'll fill our diary up, no doubt, very, very soon. Okay, so thank you very much for your help, Diana and Shakura.
That was great.
And
yes, and Kat.
yeah, good.
And
I feel so much better.
She needs a thank you to you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Kat was there working well in the chat as well. That video. Yeah, I haven't looked at the chat yet, so I was so into me yin and yang, I didn't know where I was. Okay, great. See you next week. Next week, I've got a plan, which is we're going to find out how the lower burner links with heaven and earth. We've got upper burner heavens, middle burner earth. So what about the lower burner? Tune in next week at 10 o'clock and we'll find out. Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, have a great week. Bye-bye.